Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. Staten Island in the building. C Black, what up, bro?
What's going on, Gabe?
Welcome, welcome. We've been trying to make this happen for a few weeks now. I'm excited to have you here.
Yeah, man, I'm excited too, man. Things I got to get off my chest. Positively,
I
though.
like how he said it off the rip. But I got to give a quick shout out before we start. Lou from Paradise was really the one who helped set this up.
Yeah. Shout out my boy Lou Paradise. We got some shit coming, but I appreciate you, my boy, for linking them.
You know, it's mad funny. Lou and I were actually texting back and forth the day before we recorded this interview because Squid Nice, he wants to come on the show too. And Lou was like, oh, you real Staten Island now. You getting all of Staten Island up in your show. And I'm like, well, you know what? Because I feel like the show goes through phases sometimes where it's like, okay, this couple weeks, I'm going to have a lot of people from the Bronx on. This couple weeks, it's going to be like a bunch of people from Brooklyn. Then a week where it's like all out of towners. And then now it's like the Staten Island time where it's like all the Staten Island artists are coming up.
I ain't going to lie right now. That's good for us right there. We need that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, let's make this a Staten Island week. You feel me? There's a lot of artists coming up out there that need the spotlight.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this show right here is definitely a good show for the spotlight for us right now.
Hey, much love, bro. I appreciate that. And when you and I have been talking back and forth for the past couple weeks, your story from what your man has told me, shout out Mex, your story is pretty crazy, and I want to be able to tell that story properly today.
All right,
I know it's probably a long story, but we're gonna try to tell it as best as we can.
Let's go, man. We got time.
So how did this all begin? How did this all begin for you? The music, all that.
Well, honestly, the music began for me because I was just tired of the streets and the jails and shit. So I just wanted to try something different, and I picked up a microphone and got in the booth, and my story's kind of crazy because it started crazy. It started I faked dissed a lot of people in my city. I ain't gonna say no names, but much love to them and all that. You feel me? But a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, this is what gotta happen. Sometimes you gotta put your foot down and step on a few people just to get, that recognition that's needed. So at that time, you feel me, the music started for me, I can't, this shit was crazy. I dropped a diss record out of nowhere and the whole Staten Island went crazy. Mm-hmm. I ain't even gonna lie, I dropped it with a video too. That's one thing I did. I never dropped records without visuals. Mm-hmm. And content, you feel me? So after I dropped this record, I did the Kendrick Lamar, the King of New York thing he did. Yeah, I just came out of prison. I just came off a bed, and I jumped on that, and the shit just went crazy in Staten Island. I ain't even gonna lie. This before I started dropping music on YouTube. I was a Facebook guy with the music. That was my platform. You know what I mean? So I learned to use Facebook and all my followers because I was already known in Staten Island, and it just took off for me. And then after that, people was like, oh, no, this the guy from Staten Island. Yeah, he's the guy.
He's the guy.
He's the one.
That's the guy.
He's the one. You feel me? It's because it's been so long since artists really stay consistent and did stuff in Staten Island after the Woo. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So we kind of went in a deep depression with music. So I feel like when I came out of prison, weighed up and all that, you feel me? It just drew a lot of attention to people, and people just ran with it. So I ran with it.
Right, you were like, it's working. Let me do what's working.
You feel me? It was keeping me out of trouble.
But also, because you were talking about dissing and whatnot. So I mean,
I was talking flagrant. I ain't gonna lie.
Talking very spicy.
Yeah, I was talking flagrant.
Do you think? Well, I guess this is an interesting conversation to have with you. Do you think because right now, that same type of diss culture is very big in the drill music and whatnot. How was it I guess compared to when you got out to what it is now, the similarities, the differences? What are your kind of thoughts on that?
When I feel I don't get into the
politics.
The politics of who's the king of drill and all that shit, because before a lot of these rappers was even rapping. I was already doing drill, but I wasn't on drill beats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was taking 50 Cent, Wangsta beats and bringing the whole hood out and violating and drilling niggas on that record. Because after a while, it's yo, you got to understand, all that drilling shit catch up to you. You know what I'm saying? Especially when your local police know who you are. You know what I'm saying? That shit kind of follows you. So it's it's either yo, I'm going to keep drilling or I'm going to do this music shit and take it to another level and try to really get my family out. And that was the goal, you feel what I'm saying? But before all this drill stuff now, the only thing that changed for me with the drill is that the beats.
Okay.
UK got involved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I first hopped on the beat, it was with Fivio.
Right.
And what's his name? Yosi Beats. That's when I got on to the drill beats, and then after that, I ain't gonna lie, like the era just changed on us. Like it just left. Like the jumping on Bobby Smurda beats, I did Hot Nigga back in the days, like it just left us. It just went like, yo, look, this is the new wave, such and such. So you feel me? I had to move with time, like, you feel what I'm saying? And I still be on that type of time, like with old school beats, but you know, I'm like living in 2 generations right now, like, you feel me? So I do a little bit of both, drill and rap.
Right. So how did you first meet Fivio? How did that kind of come about?
Well, when I first met Fivio, I met Fivio. Oh yeah, shout out my son Max. You know what I mean? And, I met Fivio through Max and what's his name? Burnout Media Group. I can't remember his name, but it was Fivio manager at the time before he signed with Columbia.
Okay.
Max had was cool with his manager, and they linked us because I did a record. Excuse me. I was recording in the Bronx, and when I did the record, like that record, and I had 2 verses on it, but when I let my people in my hood head, at that time, Fivio was like fake buzzing, and my Max was already had connects with his manager, so I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, like Fivio would go crazy on this, and I ain't never jump on a drill beat before that, so I gave the record to Max. Max gave it to Burnout Media Music Group. And that was Fivio manager. I can't remember his name, but he gave it to Fivio, and Fivio was like, they called us immediately like, nah, we jumping on that. We need that.
Okay.
We jumping right on that. I ain't gonna lie, like the thing I respected about Fivio to this day, right? That when I first came over prison, I wasn't up. I ain't have it. Like, you feel me? I had like $1,000 to my name. You feel me? And they wanted like 5 bands. And I went and met Fivio somewhere in Manhattan somewhere. And just off my energy and my bop, he was just like, yo, don't even worry about it. Like, what you got? I told him, yo, I got like 2,000. I gave him the 2 bands and he jumped on the record.
Wow.
Like, you feel me? Like, he ain't even care about the other 3,000.
Right.
He ain't even charged me for the video either. He
really?
Look, he was at what was he at that day for the video shoot? He was at the Barclays.
Okay.
Performing at the Barclays. His
Okay.
first performance at the Barclays. He left the Barclays and came right to Staten Island and jumped right in the video.
Damn. That's dope.
You feel me? Like,
so it was just really a natural love, all that.
It was natural because, listen, right? Like, at that time, Fivio was at like 600, 700K with Big Drip. So it didn't make really no sense for him to jump on a record with a Staten Island dude that nobody really, well, I'm saying not nobody jacks, but like they don't really jack Staten Island when it come to this. Like, you feel what I'm saying? They act like they forget our borough or something, like we're not connected. So it didn't really make no sense for him to do it, but he still did it. Like, you feel me? He heard the record first though. It wasn't like he didn't even care about the money. He didn't even want the money. I ain't even give him the money. I think I gave it to his manager. He ain't even asked for the bread. He was just like, yo, whatever you got, just give it to my manager. You feel me? And it went just like that.
Wow.
Or he sure, I ain't gonna lie. That's why I still talk to him and still link him and still respect him to this day, because he ain't have to do that. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, the era we in right now is like, they not doing that.
Yeah. Like, the love, it's all about, right now it's really about like the bread, you know, what we doing, that type of shit.
Not only is it about the bread, but it's like,
and the politics.
The politics, but if you're not really from Atlanta and you don't know these other artists, like ain't nobody doing no record with you in New York. Like, it's bad right now. Like, it's not adding up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it should be a lot of more New York artists colliding with New York artists. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the other day I'm just on my phone and I see Lil Baby listening to what's his name? Osama. What's that kid?
Lil Zay
Osama. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure they not from the same area if they all cool, but just the fact that he's playing his song in the background, I know it just brings more followers, it brings more likings, it brings more attention. Like, yeah, you're probably like 9 times out of 10 you're never gonna see that in New York.
Right. Like, any repost from an artist like that will get you like a fuck ton of interaction or something, notoriety, shit like that.
Of course, because like Fivio, like, he never put it on his actual page, but he put it in his story a million times. And you know what I'm saying? At that time, people love being in the stories anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that brought a lot of attraction to it too. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And I never really cared about him putting it on his wall because it would have like been too good to be true. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Somebody probably would have thought it was just like a paid feature, and it really wasn't. Like, he did it out of the love. Like, you know what I'm saying? To this day, like, when I dropped the Tutu record, Fivio shared it.
Wow. I
You know
didn't
what
know
I'm saying?
that.
Yeah, hell yeah, he put that in the story. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Commented it. I got messages. Like, I keep all of them. Like, you feel me? I don't delete them. I ain't hiding nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we could stick to that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we probably go back up. Like, you know what I'm saying? As a whole. Like, you know what I mean? That's the only thing we not consistent and good with in New York. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. Like, there's a lot of egos out here. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people doing good for themselves, but you know what I'm saying? Like, as a whole, New York need to bring this shit back together. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't look right.
Yeah.
It
looks like we're more divided than ever.
Of course, because you see all the hot rappers that we got now out there.
Oh, can somebody get the door real quick?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying like you see them out there, like I don't really want to say names, but you see them with other people. You don't really see them with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's like a big thing right now that we need to put back together.
And you know what? I have a lot of conversations with artists about that too, because, you know, you'll look at, like, people will be like, okay, like, sometimes like the older generation artists won't work with the newer artists, but then, like, newer artists now won't work with the newer artists. And when I have, like, conversations off camera with artists, they be like, you think, like, I should work with this person? I'm like, yeah, because, like, if you think about it, like, you'll probably go more viral working with someone else from New York than you would working with somebody from out of state or anything like that. Like people want to see that shit.
Like, if you pay attention, like, you don't see all the Chicago rappers and other rappers coming to do records with all the new artists in New York right now. Like, why wouldn't you want to do it? Why wouldn't you want to do that right now with
each
people?
other? Like,
each other. Like, it don't really be making sense. Like, we like, it's just like, fuck it, we just might as well all like what you call say. What's his name again?
Lil Zay?
No, the Tutu kid.
Oh, Tutu G's?
Yeah, like, you feel me? Like he said, like, we could all just go at it. Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, then you want to bring some real attention? Like, fuck it. Let's just up it on each other then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because it don't make no sense. Everybody speak this piece shit till it's time to get in the booth. Like, then it's like, I'm traveling. I got to do it. No, you just don't want to do the feature. Yo, look, 40,000. You know that young boy ain't got 40 bands on him right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell when a person, like, you know what I'm saying? Even the people that's behind them ain't trying to put up 40,000. The pandemic over. Like, they need their money. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, it don't cost nothing. Like, support is really free out here. Like, it don't cost nothing.
Very free. Who first started saying that to me? Shout out my people at Cups and Convos. Kami. He always used to be like, support is free. Very free.
Yeah, like, I don't
cost a lot to repost. I feel you. Because, like, okay, so when it was this whole, the origins of this interview also started because Lou saw the clip of the Tutu interview. Lou sent me the clip of the Tutu interview. Then Lou hit me. Then Mex hit me. And then this is how we kind of got to this point. Because in the interview, like, Tutu was even like, oh, yeah, whose song, who dissed me? He said, I think that's what he said. And then he gave you a shout out. So I just kind of wanted to pick your brain on, like, you know, seeing that and whatnot.
Like, it's not, we don't have real smoke. Like, you feel me? This is it's like how I want to say it, like a internet game.
Okay.
Like, you feel me? Like, you want to play cat and mouse. Like, you feel me? I'm just the cat in this one. He's the, like, you feel me? So it's like I'm not, like, I feel at this point, like, we don't really have smoke. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just that you got to watch what you're saying on the internet too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be mindful of that shit too. Like, I'm not just out here saying fuck Brooklyn, fuck Bronx, fuck Queens. You know what I'm saying? I fuck Manhattan. I don't do that shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So Tutu kind of got what he asked for. Like, you was trying to diss and play my borough instead of just targeting it at whoever you was trying to go at. Like, you know what I'm saying? So out of demand, like, my borough, like, I woke up to like 40 inboxes. Like, yo, I know you're not just gonna let him talk like that. Like, I know you're not gonna just let him say that. Like, say what happened? Then I see the little clip or whatever he did on it, Gram, and it's like, I approached his inbox about it. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I don't know rah shit. Just like, yo, what's up with that? Like, I used to jack your shit. Like, but you feel me? Like, now it's like, what was the Staten Island line for? Like, that shit is corny. Like, you feel me? And he just started like talking like dumb shit. Like, it was just like mad dumb shit, mad irrelevant shit. Like, I don't even want to repeat what he was saying. Like,
nah, you ain't gotta repeat it.
I wouldn't repeat it because it's just like mad stupid. Like, you feel me? And it was just like, but the shit did end with like suck my dick. Like, you feel me? So it's like, all right, now I gotta like fake up it on this dumb kid. Like, you feel me? And at the time, nigga, like, you feel me? Like, nigga, you had more notoriety than me. So it's like you telling me to do that, knowing I'm never gonna see your little dumb ass. All right, cool. Like, we gonna handle it in the booth with the music. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like all that shit you was doing was just mad irrelevant. Like, you ain't even have to say nothing about the borough. All you had to do was target it at who you was talking about.
Right.
And we would have never had no problems. I probably would have still I probably would have not never bumped your music, but you know, shout out to you, whatever your name is.
I'm dead. So you saw that and you was just like, all right, this is like, because like, I think, because what was the point? In that clip, it was more like he was just shouting out people from different boroughs.
What?
In the clip from our interview.
Yeah, it was like, but we know why you doing that though. Like, that's strategic. I get it. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like, you kind of like lacking a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like, you ain't hitting the same like your shit was before. So it's like, yo, let me try to throw the bone out. Let me try to pick a bone and see if it works. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, you feel me? But it's almost like, and like, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate the shout out. Like, but we, like, it's like once you cross certain lines, it's like it'd be hard to like kind of like step back over them like for a person. Like, you feel me? Like, and that's just where it's at. Like, you feel me? Like, I'll say it again. Like, shout out to the shout out. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But it's like, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't even have to go that far with what you were saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if Staten Island is not what y'all say it is, then why even mention it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I be lost with a lot of these boroughs because, like, I could really start getting in my bag. Like, because I've been jailing with a lot of these. A few of these artists and a lot of these people that you think are that person and they really not. You know what I'm saying? When they on the other side of the fence. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So I don't be understanding like why y'all be trying to like always play my borough. Like, there was a few artists that came up here. Like, what was the other kid? What's his name? Siggy Black. Like, we just amended things. Like, you feel me? Because like I'm just finding out you used to live in a shelter in Staten Island, but you sitting there throwing darts. So it's like, you know how it is out there. You was running around out there. Like, you know the parole buildings on the other side of the shelter. Like, why even try to go there? Like, you see what it's like out there. So it was like, damn, like, but you still like young. Like, so it's not even like, I can't even like really go there with you. Like, you feel me? Where's your father? Like, that's how the conversation went. And then it just had to like, I just had to like, man, these kids are kids, man. Like, you feel me? Like, whatever, like, and we just had to like amend that, like, cause it's like, yo, he thinks he start thinking like a person's clout chasing, like, nigga, the clout chasing, nigga, I am the clout, nigga, like, you feel me? Like, people don't just mention my name for no reason. Like, before there was all these little rappers, like, I was outside putting on for New York. I was in the jails putting on for New York. You know what it's like going up north, saying you from New York, walking in there with Rochester and Buffalo niggas? Like, you feel me? Y'all niggas outside, y'all just pick up a microphone and just start lying on the shit and just run with it. Like, that should be mad corny, like, you feel what I'm saying? That's why sometimes I can't hold my tongue. Like, I really put on for this shit. No scars, no nothing. I've been all through the prison system. From juvenile, from a whacker OCFS to Franklin Correctional, whatever you want to call it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, it be kind of losing me how nowadays, like, I ain't gonna say like just like the youth, but like the younger guys, not younger guys, like the younger artists. Yeah, young artists, not the younger, but the young artists is like, yeah, nigga, when I was coming up, we had to pay, like the people that paved the way for us, we had to give them their respect and give them their flowers, no matter if it was from the streets or to the microphone. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Nowadays, they don't even want to give us that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it be confusing me and losing me sometimes, like, and that's why a lot of times this ego shit is fucking niggas heads up with this music, like, you feel what I'm saying? Because it's like, once a person get 1 million views, they don't even want to talk to you no more. Like, what the fuck? Like, and then we, like we don't know a lot of y'all, like, a lot of these people is out here paying for their views. Like, you feel me? Like, we ain't even get on that type of subject yet, but at the same time, it's like, nigga, people is not keeping it organic with this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's getting overrated now. Like, you feel me? Like, the music is just, I don't know. Like, it's it's like up right now.
Right.
Next week, it's gonna be somebody from Queens popping with this drill shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how it's going now. They not before, like when artists was coming out, it would take they get a run. You don't get a run no more in New York, and that's because the way each other's acting when it come to this music shit. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like for instance, right? One artist I'm jacking right now, and that's K Flock. You feel me? Cause
shout out K.
Yeah, shout out K Flock. You feel me? Because son is reposting every young artist and unsigned artist in the Bronx right now. If y'all paying attention to his gram,
yeah,
he's sharing. It don't even matter. Like you feel me?
All the ones that come on this show who freestyle, he reposts every single one of them. My
point exactly. Like you feel me? It don't take a rocket science to figure that out. Like you feel me? Like he don't gotta do that. Like you know what I'm saying? But he's doing it, and that should be something for all artists to pay attention to. Like you feel me? When you get the spotlight, you gotta put on, bro. Like, and it's not a lot of times like you don't gotta put on by just trying to take all the spotlight. Like you feel me? Like, cause at this moment right now, yeah, like you feel me? I'm not as up as I was with the when I first did the Fivio record, but I still be trying to look out and do what I can for artists in Staten Island. You feel me? Because that's my job. That's in the heart. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like we come from a real real deep place with this music in Staten Island, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's very important to do what K is doing right now. You feel me? To show love to other artists.
He may have long ass stories, but people watch too.
Yeah.
People like really like. I think he got salute Juan Bills. Juan Bills came up freestyle. That's his man. I think his repost got that freestyle to. Well, obviously, you know, one person reposting, and everybody else starts reposting it. But I think it has like 120,000 views on IG Reels alone on my page, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I know it all started because he reposted it.
Hello, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and
I think Juan got a couple thousand followers off that joint too.
I'm pretty sure everybody that he's reposting right now. Shout out my son V Dot from the Bronx. That's another kid
V-Dot,
coming out right now. You feel what I'm saying? I'm heavy in the Bronx, but
see that.
Yeah, I'm heavy in the Bronx. You feel me? But look, K Flock shit. One of his freestyles. He just came back home, right?
Okay.
Like maybe
V-Dot, that's the guy's name.
V-Dot.
V-Dot, all right. Cool.
I'm gonna give you his gram before I leave too.
No doubt.
Like, cause the support is free, it don't cost nothing. He reposted it at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. By like 7 o'clock, no, by like 6 o'clock, it was at 13,000 just on the Instagram post.
Right.
And I know damn well if without that post, it wouldn't have did that many numbers. It would have still did numbers because everybody is the Bronx got the spotlight right now. Mm-hmm. So everybody dropping a drill that coincide with what's going on today in the drill scene in the Bronx, they give views. Mm. But on the simple fact that he posted that story one time, it took off. Mm. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it just took off. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And that's the part where I'm trying to get to where New York got to put this shit back in the frenzy. Like, it's too many artists in New York that's lit right now, and it's like, you feel me? We could go down a whole fucking bucket list. Like,
yeah. It's a very long list of artists, too.
Like, you saw, like, rest in peace, Pop Smoke. You saw what he was doing.
Yeah. Bringing everybody up with him.
Come on, like, you feel me? Like,
that's what I always say. Like, especially when I had Busy up, Busy was like a good example of that because like him and Pop, they didn't know each other. They was from different neighborhoods. They didn't know if they was gonna like each other, but they met each other. They shook the hands. You know what I'm saying? They became friends, and now on his posthumous album, they got one of the hardest records on the album.
Yeah, that shit was hard. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with Busy music and shit. You feel me? But it's a lot of little whatever with that because of whatever, you know what I'm saying? So he probably just don't even care about nobody in Staten Island right now, you feel me? But whatever, hopefully he come out there and work with one of the younger artists, you know what I'm saying? Show the love, but, you know, shout out to Busy, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, like, it's shit is, I don't know, man. It's like, we under a hard rock right now, you know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna take much for New York to come back with it, but it's like, you know what I mean? If we gonna keep doing this ego shit, then it's just gonna be how it is. Like, you're gonna have, shout out to Capella Gray, but like he's like the hottest artist, and
he be putting on for people too.
No, but yeah, I don't really know Capella like that. You feel me? I just like I be following whatever he posts and stuff like that, but I don't really know him too much. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's too many rappers in New York to have a senior artist at the top right now. Like not in no bad way. I'm talking about like Capella Gray and K Flock, like it should be a lot of more other artists that's like
are in the conversations in the mainstream media.
Yeah, shout out to Capella Gray with that record because that shit.
Shout out K Flock.
Yeah, that shit. Both of their records is booming right now. Like,
it came
like
mad at it.
I be driving through Delaware hearing them, so it's like, you feel me? Like, shout out to them, but it's like, yo, you got mad artists out here that could just be doing a little more. Like,
I agree. So, what do you think the future of Staten Island's like music scene is? Like, what do you think is like what's going on right now and like where it's going next?
Well, right now, like it's a lot of young artists out there right now that's coming up. And I ain't gonna lie, they don't sound like you listen to the Bronx, you listen to Staten Island drill, ain't no difference. So in it, like everybody get they turn. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like we ain't get our turn officially yet. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Let alone all the other politics, whatever.
Of course.
You feel what I'm saying? But we ain't really get our real turn. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like the future right now for Staten Island is definitely gonna be like just like the same shit that's going on right now with the Bronx wave and the Brooklyn wave. Brooklyn had it, Bronx got it. Staten Island going, we definitely gonna get something going. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's just, I can't really, like, you feel me? I can't really say what the future holds, but I just know we got mad dope artists out there. Like,
yeah, y'all do. Bunch of them have been here, like yourself.
Yeah, not only, like, you know, shout out to Bankroll, shout out to Santana, shout out to Smack Nice, shout out to damn, it's like so many artists is out there to name right now. I know they probably gonna be like, yo, why you say my... Yo, shout out to everybody who's doing drill on Staten Island right now. Right now is your time, it's our time to just like put on. Like, fuck all the politics, fuck who did it first, fuck who got to a mill first, who signed a deal first. Stay consistent, stay in your bag, you feel me? And time will prevail itself, man. Like, that's all I could say. Like, I can't really speak for the future, but I could speak for the youth out there. Like, as long as they stay, like they stay out of trouble and stay in the booth, they gonna hear us soon.
And as someone who has gone through what you've gone through, like they should listen to you more than,
of course, because
than anybody else.
Because I set an example as far as in, like, before the rap, I was already popping in the street. And I left the street alone to get popping in another whole world, a whole nother industry, a whole nother entity. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, word.
I did my shit organically. I did it with $2,000, invested into myself. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Me and my little brother. Shout out to Dollars. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like I told you, I ain't have all of it at that time. You feel me? And it was so crazy because like, they wanted the two and I ain't have the two. And I called my brother and he was like, you feel me? So I'm like, damn, fuck it then. Like, you feel me? But I'm like, in my head, I had to force it because I'm like, yo, bro, this shit gonna change shit for us. You feel me? I know it is. Like, this nigga's the hottest dude out. And he was like, damn, I just paid my rent. Fuck it, we gonna do it. So we threw it in there. You feel me? He threw the extra band and we took off. You feel me? And to this day, my life still good. Like, you feel me? Nice house, nice car. People still believe in me. I went through something with the music. You feel me? And it's nothing really to speak about. It's just like me trying to learn the business and find myself all over again because the time has changed.
Right, between the pre-pandemic to now and whatnot.
And then that, you know, like Corona kind of affected a lot of people with the disease, but where Corona affected me at was because when I dropped the record I had like the hottest, I ain't sugarcoating none. We had the hottest record in 2019 closing that shit.
Right.
Like, when you heard, this was the rotation. Welcome to the Party. Big Drake. I fell in love with it.
Yes, of course.
Wait. Ooh. They ain't all right. Like, that was rotation.
Yeah.
In every club in New York City, upstate, I did college tours, I did all type of shit. And where I got depressed at is because I had my baby girl, my daughter, shout out Lyric.
Lyric.
Yeah, Lyric.
She was supposed to be here.
Yeah, I know, but
shout out Lyric.
Yeah, word. Shout out Lyric, man. She's crazy, man. Like, I couldn't. I had to leave her. She be wilding. You feel me? But I had my daughter, and it was like, yo, the pandemic it stopped me from going outside with Fivio. To get people familiar with the record and to see like, oh shit, yo, who's that guy? That's C Black. Oh, that's the guy on the. Oh, we never got to perform nowhere. We never got the
because like 3 months later was a pandemic. Because December, January, February, March. Oh, 4 months, 4 months. Yeah.
Yeah, you right. Because I dropped it on my birthday, November 5th, and the pandemic came February.
End of February, beginning of March. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But when I dropped it, we was doing all the promotion. You feel me? We was doing all the promotion and all that. So we didn't. It was no before. We didn't have it was no need to go outside and perform yet because we still had to promote the record and get it popping,
right?
And get it to all DJs and get the blasters out. And I had to do all these
the promotion, just the promotional things.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying. I had to do all these drops for DJs and shit. So we was building up the record, and then boom, the pandemic came. So it was like so many people was dying so fast. Rest in peace to all the people who lost a loved one to with Corona. You feel me? That so many people started dying. It was like, yo, why would we? Nobody really cared about music for like a month or two. You understand? So it was like it took away from the record itself. Like, you feel me? Organically, the record did its numbers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Remember, I told you, Fivio only reposted it in his story. We didn't put $1 behind that. We didn't, no ad, no nothing.
It was all organic.
All organic. Like, you feel me? So it was like the pandemic took away from that. Like, I know it would have did more. Like, you feel what I'm saying? If I was able to go outside and perform with him, like, definitely go to Summer Jam with him that year. You know what I'm saying? Because, look, but when Big Drip came on, my record came on. Shout out to Drewski. Shout out to DJ Enough. Shout out to all the New York DJs around the whole city. They all played the record. They all had it in the clubs. Whatever DJs in the club, they was playing it, they was spinning it. So at that time, it was like, yo, remember, this is before Fivio had 15 features. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, this was like a big thing at that time. You know what I'm saying? Because he had just Big Drip. Besides all the other music he had before that, you feel me? Like, but I'm talking about like new music, and that's in rotation, heavy. You know what I'm saying? And that was another thing I had to learn about that shit with rotation and shit. It was a lot, man. That's why I had to take a step back from this music with that shit for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause
it's a lot. So what's next for you with the music?
Right now I'm
got some videos out?
Yeah, I got some videos, but like I feel like I just like I had to give the people something, like, you know what I'm saying? Cause what I'm going through it has nothing to do with the fans and the people who were waiting for me to come. So like the music I got now is just like it's crazy. Like, you feel me? Is all type of shit.
What's on the way?
Oh, what's on the way? Before the Fame.
Before the Fame.
Yeah, I got a tape called Before the Fame. I'm gonna drop that in a couple of weeks. Shout out to Star, and Asylum and Warner. They gave me an opportunity during the pandemic after the record started slowing down. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely got some music coming. I can't really speak too much on it. I just want to.
But before the Fame is on the way.
Before the Fame is on the way.
Before the Fame is end of this year, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe before the end of the year. But
you like November? You're around your birthday, November.
Yeah. Who knows? It might just drop on November 5th. I don't know. I can't really tell them. Like
the 2-year anniversary of the Fivio record would be crazy.
Yeah,
be
definitely.
Like, I'm back.
No, I'm back for real. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, you feel me? I just had to, learn a few things, and then, you know what I mean?
Put the pandemic.
Yeah, deal with the pandemic. We over the pandemic now, you feel me? People back outside with this pandemic, you know what I mean? So at this moment, it's just time to go now.
Right. Well, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to everything else that you got on the way. You know what I'm saying? This was a very long interview, and I love it because I don't always get to have long interviews these days. So I appreciate you coming by and chopping it up with me, and us finally getting to do this after talking for a couple weeks.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'll be on Father time, man. That's why.
As you should be, bro.
Me? So, but now it's time to get back. Daddy got to get back to music, Larry. All right.
You got to bring her into the studio with you.
No, I got you. I'm gonna definitely. I wanted to bring her here so bad, but It's like
we've had kids pull up. We've had babies and baby carriages before. We've had it all. We've seen it all here On the Radar.
Yeah, my daughter like touching stuff. It's too much expensive stuff in here. But she's touchy.
She would knock down like the camera tripods.
Oh man, she start playing with the plugs and stuff. I ain't got time for that.
Well, before the fame, on the way. Let the people know where they can follow you at. Anything else you want to let them know? Now's the time to do it. This is your camera right here, sir.
Yeah, shout out to my borough. First things first, you feel me? C Black, the Don. You feel me? You could definitely follow me on Instagram at the real C Black 600_. Before the fame is on the way, I ain't really got much to say, man. Like, you feel me? Like, you get it. You see the interview.
On the Radar.
On the Radar. Shout out to On the Radar, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. C Black, On the Radar. Go follow him. Go run everything up. Till next time. Boom.
Peace.